Hi everyone, Craig Warwick here with a review of the Marvel Legends Silver Surfer figure. I believe this figure is going to be a Walgreens exclusive in the US, but hey, this is Scotland, so Kapow Toys came through for me on this one. And I'm pretty damn excited for this figure. The Silver Surfer is one of my favourite characters, and I've heard Stan Lee say that the Surfer is one of his favourites too. To save his home planet of Zenn-La, Norrin Radd offered himself to the world-devouring Galactus. Galactus clouded his memory and conscience, granted him access to the immense power cosmic, coated him in a silver substance so that he could survive the rigours of the open cosmos, and gave him a simple conveyance to carry him through the universe. So, as the Silver Surfer, he led his planet-devouring master to worlds brimming with life and brought about the deaths of untold billions. When he came to Earth, however, he was amazed by the potential for love he found, and finding that within himself again, remembered his past life as the noble and self-sacrificing Norrin Radd. He fought Galactus and helped save the Earth, freeing himself from the World Devourer's slavery. So, although now tortured by the knowledge of his past actions, the Silver Surfer defends what he believes is good and pure in the universe. He wields the almost limitless power cosmic, but always feels powerless to convince worlds of the futility of hate and war. I think this guy has a really interesting backstory, but Hasbro don't. A metallic-skinned humanoid from the planet Zenn-La, the Silver Surfer gets his name from his shimmering appearance and iconic hovering surfboard. Yeah, great right up there, Hasbro. Thanks. I'm pretty passionate about this character, so this figure has its work cut out for it, and I can say, right out of the box, I'm loving this guy. This Surfer uses the Sunfire body mold, which is my favourite body in Marvel Legends right now. We have seen this body on Sunfire, of course, but more recently on the classic Deadpool, Bullseye and Scarlet Spider figures. I really like the proportions and the articulation. There isn't really any sculpted detail on the body to talk about beyond the musculature, but that's fitting for the character. His head sculpt is new though. Artists like to interpret him with exaggerated features to show his alien origins, but this head sculpt doesn't really have any of that. Compared to the previous Toy Biz Surfer, which really tried to capture his exaggerated comic look, this one is more Earth human looking. I like that Hasbro have gone for a less exaggerated look with the sculpt, but have still kept those trademark eyes by using nicely painted lining around them. I'm not that crazy about the application of black to his mouth though. It's not so much a line of shadow between his lips as he actually has put black lipstick on his top lip. It's a little distracting to my eye. And while that would initially appear to be all the paint there is to talk about, the Surfer's entire body is actually painted. His body is cast in a silver plastic underneath and then has a silver spray of paint all over it, which gives him this lovely metallic finish. I have to give Hasbro some serious praise for their approach to this finish, as it looks like it was applied before the figure was assembled. I was concerned that as soon as I articulated him, it would expose areas where the silver couldn't reach, but no, the silver covers every part of his articulating body, and I couldn't be happier with it. There isn't any tone to the silver though. The Toy Biz version did have this, and while it wouldn't have been a nice addition, it's not something I really miss. Accessory wise, Norrin comes with alternate hands. He comes packaged with a fist and an open hand, and he has an extra fist and open hand to complete a pair of each. He also has these hands with his fingers closed, and I really like the posing options these hands allow. I think they cover about all of the gestures the Surfer really needs. He also comes with these energy effects simulating the power cosmic, and I think they look great. We have of course seen these effects with lots of figures, but I don't think they've ever looked so nice. They're made of a really clear yellow plastic. In the past these effects have always been a little cloudy, but here they look beautiful, and they even have some flecks of glitter or something embedded in the plastic to catch the light and add some extra cosmic shimmer to them. I love them. But come on, what's the Silver Surfer without his silver surfboard? And here it is. Like the Surfer himself, the board is painted silver and looks very nice and simple. It has 4 lines sculpted into it on the top, and underneath, well, I guess we're not really supposed to look at that part. It's recessed under there with 7 circle impressions left from the moulding process, I guess. It doesn't look great under there, but I appreciate that that may have been unavoidable. There's a single foot peg on the surface, and unfortunately it breaks up that simplicity of the sculpt and design of the board, but again, I'm not sure how they could have avoided that. The previous Toy Biz figure used magnets, but then had this gross rectangle of metal in the board. So the board isn't perfect, but it's certainly good enough for me. I think the Surfer looks good with it, especially just standing with it. It's taller than him, and the peg is low down so it doesn't draw the eye and can be easily hidden. Let's finish up by taking a look at his articulation. His head rotates and looks this far down and up. There's a great range of motion there. He has butterfly joints at his shoulders that move this far forward and this far back. His shoulders rotate and move this far up. There's rotation at the top of the bicep and a double jointed elbow that bends this far. There's rotation at the wrist and they hinge back and forward like this. His alternate hands also articulate in the same way. There's an ab crunch that bends this far forward and this far back. There's rotation at the waist. He can kick this far forward but not really back much. His legs move out this far at the hip. There's rotation at the top of the thigh and double jointed knees that bend this far. There's rotation in the middle of the calf, ankles that hinge this far forward and this far back, and ankle rockers that swivel side to side. And, as is written in the Cosmic Tides, this is his widest possible stance, still with both feet flat on the floor. So I love this figure. I think he can seem like a simple character to make a figure of, but that simplicity can be misleading. His sleek and simple design can make bad articulation stand out really easily, and his simple colour scheme can make an imperfect paint job really stand out as well. I think Hasbro nailed this figure though, and I recommend picking him up. My Defenders team and my Cosmic shelf can finally feel more complete. Thank you for watching this review. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Please do hit that like button and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. I've been enjoying doing these longer reviews, mainly because of the positive feedback I've been getting from you guys. It's really encouraging, so thank you to you all. Until next time though, pour on the power, Cosmic. Bye bye.